You guys missed another ta-ta-ta-tak session with talking and shutting doors. But you're getting some of it now. They're standing in front of me and talking and moving when I look at them. So if you listen to the conversations, it could go on for a half an hour, but why didn't you come and pick them up? What the color was she chewing gum on the way here? How was the cigarette that you smoked? Meaningless conversations. Obviously, it's a fake. It's fake. You see those expressions and everything? It's designed to do that to you the whole time and create noise. They're not having a real conversation. They didn't come here to the hospital, no. They're a ta-ta-ta-ta crew. They came here because I'm here. They stand in front of me and they do all these movements to perform the ta-ta-ta-ta-ta ritual. This is my world, guys. It's depressing. It's scary. I know it's everything. You're like, how am I going to come out of this ugly maze, man, that precedes me everywhere I go with 10,000 people? So grand. I have no car. They have a huge financial warfare on me with my money. I'm barely getting enough to survive. By the time I buy all the necessities at the beginning of the month, pay my cell bill, my Metro Pass, everything, I have like a couple of $100 left and have to be so careful on how to use them or I'll end up with no cigarettes, like what's going to happen to me tomorrow in the daytime. By nighttime, I'll get a check, so I'll be okay. But that's how it is. So they're not only attacking you with the ta-ta-ta-ta-tacking and preventing you from meeting anybody really and imprisoning you. They're stressing you. They're attacking your account. You guys see my channel. It's all over the place. I go to the food bank. They give me the worst food. They abuse me with ta-ta-ta-ta-tacking in there everywhere I go. I hope I uploaded the videos from them. Oh, it's the first dog on a leash I see today. You know what I mean? So the idea is to, I don't know, gonna come here every day. This is our new stop. I've did a bit of touching. I did one day at the airport, a couple of days downtown. I did one day in Ravenhurst. They closed the whole town, got everybody out of there. So now this is going to be our next stop. Let's see how long we can dismantle this for and turn it. Keep this hospital going as a ta-ta-ta-ta-ta setting. So this, I guarantee you they put this in here before I got here. Look. Get a grip. Don't slip. This. Not that these signs don't usually exist. It's where they put them for you. As soon as you come in, to make you, oh, be careful. Oh, worry. Oh, be afraid. They're designed to do something to you, all these things in this setting. So you can't do this to someone who's been out into the real world and bring him in this shit. It's impossible. You can do it to a loner, then he'll trip out. He's like, what happened to the world? He won't last long. You know? But if you know anybody, you have contact with anybody, you call them, they come there, but you can't do this to them. So it's all about getting in touch with that one human being that this evil entity is surrounding me in this bubble, preventing me from doing, whether it's establishments on the street or everywhere. I have a new plan. I'm going to go to the highway to see how they do it on the highway, because you can't stop people from going on the 401. But what am I going to do? Sit on the highway and wait for someone to come and help? I need to meet a real person. So let's see how we're going to orchestrate this to see how we can beat this ta-ta-ta-ta-ta people, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta crew, these misfits of society. And let's do it. You know, I have to look. One thing you got to know when you're in an ugly maze like this one, the number one thing that you have to do is work on yourself and make sure you're rested, you feel good, and don't think too much, don't overthink. Those three weapons are what they want for you to do to be used against you. If you can do those three weapons, keep them. Keep yourself relaxed and calm. When things get confusing, pull back. Don't go forward and overthink, because they'll get more and more confusing, and that's how you get drained and not be able to function anymore. Then you'll start going backwards over the things that you already figured out, but now you're going through them again because of tiredness. The maze is supposed to be confusing, tire your mind and drain you of every single energy. So number one is to be relaxed. If you can't be relaxed, you won't be able to function. You're fucked. You won't do anything right. Number two, always, when you have no choice, pull back. Fuck it. Because they're going to want to make you think you're almost there. You're almost there. You're going to want to push and push and push. That's when you destroy yourself. You have no choice. Pull back. Number one is to make sure you're relaxed and you can function. So you got to take care of yourself that way. Then after that, If you don't figure it out today, you'll figure it out tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, it's the day after. Because they're going to put psychological warfare on you in terms of sending you envelopes to your house that this is going to expire at the end of the month, you have to pay. That they're going to kick you out in 2 months. That they're going to do this, that they're going to do that. And all those things in your mind going in circles will drain you. You have to be so strong, you can't worry about nothing. Can't take anything into consideration in this fake world. Not the letter, not the threat, nothing. Even though some of it could happen. Better for it to happen than you worrying about it. Because worrying about it is what destroys you. That's how this maze is designed. It's to make you worry and fear everything. Those are the two, and doubt yourself more than anything. Those are the 2-3 biggest weapons against you. Got a nice fake cough there. There's a shot. So it's a misfit crew. Misfit people that lazy too. Most of them are lazy. These people don't like to work. They like to smooch and leech. The misfits of society, guys. Let's see where this guy's going. So the longer I stay here, the worse it is for them. So, you know, I see people eating because I'm hungry, right? They want to show me that, and I have no money. Even if I had money, it would make me want to spend it and waste it on things that I already have at home, because there's a huge financial warfare on me. If I had money, I'd buy a car and I'd beat this in 2 seconds. It's transportation more than anything. But since I don't have that, they're gonna deprive me from getting that. What I'm gonna do is, there's a reason why that umbrella closed in front of my face, and why that umbrella is shaped red and black. Remember those things. You're being attacked by a misfit crew who in real life don't have any decent positions in society, and they want to come here and make money off you and torture you. That's how much of a piece of shit person they are. And I'm shocked that I've seen so many over the last year. I'm shocked. There's a lot of garbage in this city that needs to be cleaned. That's why they tell me I'm garbage, and they put garbage for me everywhere, because it resembles what they are. It's the truth. I'm not trying to insult them. I don't have a grudge against them. I'm just, you know, trying to tell you what kind of creatures they are. They're bringing in the misfits, man. They're bringing in the worst ones, the bottom of the crew. I told you, those are the ones that will do anything. They will dance like a monkey in front of you. They're getting paid. A lot of them that they're using lately are being begged to do it. Not that they're angels, but they're a part of the entity, and they're trying to maintain their hold on me, hoping that they can keep me miserable, hoping that they can keep me dysfunctional or get me that way. And they're using whatever means necessary to you know, to do this to me. So they're trying their hardest. This has been going on for a year. I have seen every single face that has anything to do with this thing. Maybe over 2 million. It's crazy. Where are they getting all these creatures from? I don't know. They've tried to make me believe that I met some real people downtown, because I stayed there for a couple of days. They started acting different. They brought in some different looking faces, dressed them up nice with suits and everything. They've tried to convince me a couple of days ago that this is the whole city against me. The country has an agenda against me. Man, you guys, the things that they try to convince me, it's amazing. And I don't bite the bait, but you know what I do with them? I bring my mouth very close to the bait, and I stick out my tongue, and my tongue's about to lick it. Just before my tongue touches it, I go, nah, I don't like this one. Do you know why you have to do that in this maze? Because you're broken. You're abused, man. You have to make sure you know what you're doing. Every dollar you spend, you want it to go to the right place. You don't want it to go to something, you know, that's going to destroy you. So you're dealing with the most decent human being on the face of this planet. Those are the guys that do nothing but give. When their faces say it. The most decent human beings on the planet. See, this machine, for it to keep functioning, what could dysfunction this machine? Is me being in an empty area too. If I stop seeing things moving in front of me, I'll probably be able to come out of it in 2 seconds. That's what that makes the machine dysfunctional. So the longer I stay in an area, the more people they have to bring in. And on emergency, they have to keep calling them, they have to keep coming in, they have to keep calling them, they have to keep coming in. Because this thing is not designed to be like this. It ain't. This is designed to be for someone who doesn't know what's going on, to come in here and do whatever he needs to do and leave to another setting and leave and go home. Not come and sit there and for no reason. But how else? How else can you beat it? They're gonna keep bringing these weird looking people to sit there and look at you all day long. As long as it takes, overnight, you name it. They'll bring them in, they'll bring them in, they'll bring them in. This is it. See those cars going over there back and forth? Imagine a big circle of movement and noise. A machine that's going chuck, 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 chuck. This is what I'm in. I'm in a machine of noise and movement. And the closer it is to me, this machine, closer to the center where I'm standing, the more action. And the further, the less as it gets bigger and bigger. And all these things get brought in. This is what I'm in. This is the world that I'm in. It's my microchip that activates it. All these people, they wouldn't know where I am. The entity that's paging them and telling them to come here wouldn't know where I am if it wasn't from the microchip. It's funny, when I first woke up last year, within a month or two, I started, this channel, Stop Invasion of Privacy. It's funny that I actually came up with that name, because I really figured it out. Because this is all about your privacy. If you have privacy, none of this would happen. If nobody knew where you were and what you're doing and where you want to go, they couldn't do this to you. And they've stressed me out so much in the last year that it took me so long to realize that, and I knew I was microchipped, not now, a couple months ago. And for some reason, I didn't take, these measures. So they're going to keep bringing in people now. Look at Sunnybrook. Noise now. Trucks and banging. And the machine has to run. Let them run it in the hospital. Every day from now on, from morning till night. I want to meet real doctors, real people. I have to do whatever it takes. So this is the misfit crew. This is the worst crew. Those are the guys that would do anything. They're gonna get dropped off here and walk around and look and act weird, and they look pretty shitty too. Here comes the fucking around. So they have to fill up the hospital now with people. What do we do, guys? Another cop car over there. Another threat. It doesn't matter. They don't do anything. They're pretty much useless in this maze. They don't serve their function. They do serve their function by the way they look. That's it. But that's what the maze is. It's just looky-looky. There's nothing really happening in terms of function or action. Nothing. It's just looky-looky. And see how the machine is getting more intense now? Noise, more movement, more worry, more threat, more. That's what it is. That's what they exemplify. That's what you got to look at. So now what I just get, tuck, 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 tuck. The tuck-tucking is getting more intense. Let's go wash our hands. So they're dying for me to leave. But we won't. We're gonna stay here. Excuse me, where's the closest bathroom here?
There's some right here on the wall.
Okay, thank you. So you see that what I heard there, that's a picture of my man. Guys, take in effect into consideration all these things that I hear. They're designed to warfare someone into things. You have to, in these videos that I make for you, listen to all the conversations that are taken. See the way this door shut? They have a way of loosening up the screws of the door from there or somewhere else for the door to actually make noise when it shuts. But that's part of the preparation of the setting that you're coming into, for them to be able to make noise for you in a way where it doesn't look obvious that they're doing it on purpose, intentionally. So they keep on going in and out of rooms, and look how they set up the toilet here. You see? But they have to have the setting like that for you. Now, this could be seen once in a while, but this is what I see in every toilet I walk into, guys. This or other stuff, or it's always filthy. And look where, in a place where you shouldn't see it this way. It's not open 24-hour coffee shop in downtown area where there's homelesses and hookers. So this is part of the plan for this month. We got Sunnybrook. We're gonna own this area. Sorry I have to bring you in to do this, but I have to show you all the details that happen around me. I'm surprised they're not following me into the bathroom lately. I'm being left alone a bit, but they still open and shut doors on the outside while I'm in here. Listen. What did I tell you? See that door? You're gonna tell me in a hospital they won't fix a door like that that makes this kind of noise? So they set it up before I get here. And then when I leave, they fix it. That's how they do it. But we're going to be a part of this hospital this month. Let me and this ugly machine live here for a very long time. Let's make another coffee. You hear how effective that door is in making noise? They don't do this to all the doors, but strategic doors in areas where there's no other way to make noise, like here.
Sorry. I'll let you go ahead. I'll get the coffee. Go ahead.
Here, I got you.
We used to have a different coffee thing.
A better one or?
A higher.
Oh, a bigger one.
Yeah.
It's actually milk. If they had cream, it would be better. But we can't complain, right?
No, it's free.
You see how they call up the names too, always in a loud voice. I come out when somebody has to come in. Shit. Look how busy Sunnybrook Hospital is gonna get now. This entrance is gonna be busier than downtown Toronto. The machine has to function. Dish, 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 dish. So, I'm gonna ask you guys for an advice here. Watch, someone's gonna come and tell me you can't smoke here now. They have to bother me. So guys, I'm gonna ask you something. If you're in my shoes, limited on you can't smoke here. I hope they let us. Oh, it ain't. I was joking with you. I hope they don't bother me, because then I'll just go smoke over there, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's cancer.
Well, you think it's better? Who knows what it does to us?
We got them now.
Yeah, but who knows in the future what kind of, how harmful or damaging it could be.
This is a little vapor machine. This is a little e-cigarette.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. So since we live close by, you see, that lady mentioned something about smoking. I heard her say the word smoking. But they have to annoy you. So if they can't get someone to kick you out of here, they're going to get a lady to pass by and say the word, so you can feel that someone got irritated from you. When someone standing in front of you, that looks weird, that acts weird. And we have to get those. Now we get the Sunnybrook bus going and picking up people from their homes and bringing them. But the machine has to operate. You have to increase the intensity, because you have to get this guy out of here. This is a place of business. It's huge. This compound here. You know the amount of people that have appointments, surgeries, doctors. It's a place of function. Like I said to you guys before a long time ago, this is all about staying put in a place of function and trying to ride it as far as possible without, and let this maze thing get off you. Because then they'll be forced to make this place of function, not keep it ritualistic like this because of your microchip. It's the only way. The more stressed they have you, the faster you're gonna leave that place. The less stressed they have you, the longer you're gonna stay in that place, because it's your goal. Now, they have me calculated. How? They know I don't have money. I can't stay here overnight. They know it's limited to what time I'm gonna stay here until. So, guys, this hospital hasn't been this busy since the last time I was here, which was a couple years ago. No, I had to bring in my mother to do her surgery, some kind of surgery, and I met a fake doctor too. His name is Curtis. Maybe he's a real one, but he's one of those people in this. He's the one that when I look at him, he'll start moving and blinking like an idiot. Guys, I met certain city hall officials. I met one of them. He's in charge of Scarborough. As soon as he sat in front of me, he grabbed his nose and wiped it with his hand. Right away. Then he referred me to so-called, Jean Yip, which you guys see on my channel. I went to go see her. They passed me off to her assistant, and she's supposedly sitting in that big room and talking really loud with the same red jacket that she has on in her pictures, on the flyers. So me looking at this that's coming is supposed to make me feel a certain way. Believe me, we're not judging of what that person is, but it's what they naturally resemble, that person, the way they're dressed. It is something I had experience with yesterday. And if it's something I had experience with yesterday and I've seen it walk towards me now, it's gonna grab my eye right away. But you see how this works. The only way they can make this machine run on you is if they have their eye right up your bunghole. As if they could see every single little thing you do. How you eat, what you like to eat, what kind of women you like, what kind of cigarettes you smoke, how long does it take you to get angry, how long does it take you to calm down. They, and me, this has been done to me since I was a kid. So it's kind of like Christoph and look, see, put his hand on her back. This is huge. This is such a small action that is completely meaningless, but to be done to me in front of me at the same time with all the noise and everything else. And just after I saw that woman walk over here, because of an experience that I had, I just got attacked with ta 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 to distract me and annoy me. So the idea is the only way you can be a machine is you have to understand it first. First you have to understand its function and what it's doing to you. And it's a sad shame because it took me a year. I'm the kind of guy who figures things out in a week. But then again, this is something huge. There's certain aspects of it and certain people in it. Look at them holding hands over there. They're about 100 years old each. Man, there's a reason why. Because I wouldn't have noticed and looked and talked about it if they were a younger couple, for example, because I see a lot of it. But when you see two people that are 100 years old each and doing that, it's stranger. So that's the idea, to make me get off the focus and train of thought that I have, because this will open my mind and lead me to the proper things for myself. I'll get to the right, But unfortunately, in my situation, I don't have the luxury that normal human beings have. I have to think with this machine functioning around me. And I gotta focus. I have no choice. I have to focus with this thing going around me the whole time, 24/7. So, I've been debating whether to come here for a long time. It was actually one of the first places I selected. But I delayed it. Why? I wanted to test certain areas, test the temperature of the waters in them. I had to test the waters because you have to know what you're in for. You won't 100%. You never will. There's a lot of aspects of this machine that I don't understand and don't know where they're coming from, or its influence or its power. I do have an idea though about its influence or power. Princess Margaret Lodge, runorwalk.ca. See, when I look at something like that, what am I deprived of, guys? A car and transportation. Runorwalk.ca. You understand how the psychological warfare works? Princess Margaret Hospital, and I don't know if there's one here, but this is Sunnybrook. You see how this works. What's my surrounding is a machine of warfare against me. And my microchip creates my surroundings, brings in all these people, does all those things. It's my microchip that activates the machine. When I close my eyes, everything goes to sleep. As soon as I open my eyes, within 10 seconds, I hear a cop siren, a cruiser across the street in an on and off fashion, ew, 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 or an ambulance or a fire truck, or my neighbor shows up at my door from the outside on the hallway and starts to talk loud on the phone, or a kid starts running back and forth, or a plane passes by, or the ice cream truck gets there, and it's regardless of what time of the day, 8 a.m., 4 p.m., within 10 seconds, 20 seconds of waking up, usually, sometimes it could take up to a minute, but usually, noise. I get attacked with the first weapon. Because when you wake up in the morning, your mind is rested. You get a moment of clarity. You can think. And this machine is designed to make me not be able to think. That's the whole point of it, because if you can think, you can come out. This is the war being waged here. It's not you figuring out how to come out. It's you figuring out how you can stay calm, stay put, understand your surrounding, and being able to handle the war that's waged on your focus level for you not to be able to focus. It takes a lot of resistance, persistence. You're being attacked every 2 seconds with a certain weapon. And they're not even one weapon lately. They're like 4 or 5 combined into one. And there's a zillion of them going around you like this in circles. That's the machine. Ta 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 ta, and it goes up and down the intensity. More intense, less intense, depending on your mood level, depending on the situation. If I stay here, for example, overnight, I sleep over here, I stay till tomorrow. Tomorrow, at this time, you will not see this. You'll probably see garbage trucks and 18-wheelers whizzing by here and 10,000 planes in the sky. Because the more of a threat you become to the machine has to become more intense. This guy that passed by exhaled the smoke. He passed by, he exhaled the smoke and went down, I saw it. Look where my cigarette is. Now, I don't want to get too detailish here and too schizophrenic, but you get the idea about how this machine functions. Why? This is my last pack of cigarettes. I don't have money and have only 4 in it. They want me to run out of them quickly, so I would crave one. I would want to leave here. But once you understand this, then you'll get the idea. Now that I'm sitting here, this building over there is all out of function. Because it takes me 2 minutes to get there. If it's in function, it doesn't work. They'll look out the window, see what the hell's going on in the lobby of the hospital, Sunnybrook Hospital. What's going on there? Is there a movie? Are they filming a movie or something? Why are these people walking and acting so weird? So, this is what you have to do. And maybe they had a surgery date today. Maybe some people had to do surgeries. The longer I stay here, the longer that surgery has to be delayed. You have to understand that. I don't want to be, the one responsible for these things. I want my freedom, man. Get off my back. They put a car there to put the flashers on my face because they can't keep bringing in people. Anything annoying, lights flashing, anything. Get the bus to park in front of me for a longer period of time for me to remember that there's a bus I can go home, and to put a big object in front of me. How? To give him an excuse not to go. How? To make the other one stay there for a while. How? When I look at him, he moves a bit, he stops. A lady comes to the front. He releases the brake. He stops again. He releases the brake again. That's what you got to look at. It's a machine. I'm surrounded with a machine of throwing needles at me in ways of noise and motion. Now they're going to be talking. With tags on their shirts that they work here. You know what? I don't give a fuck anymore whether they work here or not. No more fucking rituals. I don't care if frigging what's his name works here. What's our prime minister's name? Anyways, there's no point of even mentioning it. I don't care anymore. Whether it's this or that, I really don't care. What I care about is get this fucking nasty machine off my back, or I'm gonna fucking go nuts. So,